Today we have a fun one. We're working on a 2011 Subaru Forester X. We'll be installing an aftermarket stereo system. We'll also be doing new speakers and a backup camera, and then installing this Maestro data link. We'll do different videos for each, but this one will focus on replacing the factory stereo with an aftermarket stereo. First thing you want to do is eject any CDs you may have in here. Any radio stations that you like, you can go ahead and write down those presets. After that's done, then go ahead and disconnect the negative battery cable, just to be sure that we don't accidentally short anything out. After you have the negative battery cable disconnected, you want to take something really flat and thin. This is just a putty knife for drywall, and you can put it right in between here and then pull up. Well, like right there, I just popped one, and so then it'll just pop out. The vents will come with it. If the vents separate, that's okay. They clip in the back and then on the top. Once the trim's off, we have 4 screws. They're just number 2 Phillips, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get those next. Once the stereo's pulled out, on the back you'll have this connector here, 2, 3, 4. This is the antenna, just pops out. That's a little push connect. That's a push connect, and then this just pops out. So we'll want to get those disconnected next. Once the radio's out, we can go ahead and get the wiring connected. This is the back of the stereo connector. I recommend getting a harness that is an adapter that just plugs right into your existing harness, so you don't have to cut that harness. In case you want to revert back to a factory stereo for whatever reason, you can just unplug it, put in your factory stereo again. So you can get these adapter kits, Amazon or wherever, but that's the next step, is to wire up our radio harness to this adapter harness. I'm not going to show you exactly how to wire up everything, because sometimes colors can be different, wiring harnesses can be different, but the main idea is you'll have your main speaker wires, you'll have a power, ground, and an accessory wire. So those are like your main wires that should be on all harnesses. Some harnesses will have steering wheel controls and other things, but these are your main wires that... Alright, well, I'm going to solder this in and then show you what it looks like. Okay, so I have all my wires soldered up. I'll go ahead and wrap this up with electrical tape. I just wanted to show you before I did that what it looks like. The pieces that I don't need, because not everything on this harness is usable on the car, I'll go ahead and just bend them over, tape them up. You can see here I didn't need these wires. I just bent them over and heat shrunk them just to clean it up, and then you don't have any exposed wires or anything just flopping around. These are for something else, so you may not have that. That's for this Maestro kit. If you are installing this, then you will have a lot of these extra cables. Otherwise, you'll just have this one cable. This goes to the radio. This goes to your factory harness. Let me see if I can pull it out and show you. There we go. So this is the factory harness here, and then this is just an adapter that you can buy for your, make, model. Okay, so once you have it all wired up, I'm gonna electrical tape it real quick, and then we can prep the radio for install. To get the radio ready for installation, now that we have the wiring harness done, is to put the dash kit back on. To make it look the best, you want to just buy a dash kit, and it comes with just some trim for the face and then the brackets for the side. If you don't opt for that, you can use the old brackets off the old radio. It just won't look the best because you don't have that trim around it that matches your vehicle. So we got the dash kit we're gonna install real quick. It's just a plastic front here and then the 2 sides. That's what the dash kit looks like, all mounted on, ready to go. So we can plug it in and then set it in there and bolt it up. So before putting it in the dash, we can go ahead and turn it on, put the battery negative back on, power it up. Just make sure that all the features are working, all the speakers are working, left, right, rear, before we go ahead and bolt it in. So now that you got the 4 bolts in, everything is good. The wiring behind it is in a good place. We can go ahead and put this face trim on. Once you put your faceplate back on, that's it. You're ready to go. Make sure your heater controls and everything still work. Nothing's getting in the way if a wire fell back behind there. There are some things that move, so just make sure everything's working. Play with it, have fun. Nice radio install. So on this car, we also installed this Maestro data link. And some of you may be wondering, well, what is that all about? So on this here display, you can see that I'm reading engine RPM, miles per hour, engine load, intake air temperature, fuel. It can also do what doors are open, the PSI for your tires, and other engine data that you can display through this. And this interfaces with your OBD2 underneath the dash connection. So this vehicle got it installed. You don't have to install it for you know, a new stereo, but it's kind of a cool little toy to have. But anyway, that's what that is. Hopefully this was helpful or entertaining to somebody out there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.